The latest James Wan story-based, not directed, story-based film has dropped. It's called M3GAN. Here's what I thought about it. Hi, my name is Nathan, and I talk about a bunch of movies on this channel. If you're new here, down below in the comment section, share what you thought of the movie M3GAN over on my channel. I have more content like this. Check those out when this video is over. Be sure to subscribe if you like talking movies, and click that like button if you enjoyed this video. And with that said, let's just get started talking about the good. And to me, this is just a solid B-movie horror movie. What I mean by that is that these B movies, what that means is that it's not trying to be the best horror movie out there, but it's just trying to be this mid-tier, schlocky, fun B movie, and I think that this movie does that very well. What surprised, and I went into this movie a little bit skeptical because it's coming out in January, and I just think that is a bad sign when it comes to horror movies. In fact, this particular month in 2023 January, there are so many movies coming out and almost all of them are horror movies. But to me, this is an example of actually a really good January horror movie. I don't know. I think it's kind of a mix of its own original story from James Wan, as well as the Child's Play franchise. And I think when they merge those two together, I think that it works pretty well, surprisingly. And this was just a pleasant surprise to me. It's an AI going bad. The premise is about AI going bad, and this robot doll M3GAN is created by somebody who works at a toy facility, and she goes on a rampage and starts killing people. And we've seen something like this done many, many times before. But here, I think it does this sort of thing really well. There are two types of these movies. There are the really good ones that do these things absolutely the right way. And there are also just like the really bad versions of this. And I think this movie falls into that first category because it's just a really good movie. And another thing I just really enjoyed about it is that it has some nice commentary, and there's a thorough line, a message throughout the film about parenting. As you have this lead character, I'm not spoiling it, this is in the trailers, you have our lead character trying to take care of her niece because her parents died, and she's not fit to be a mother. Thus, she creates this doll in order to be the mother figure for her, or a friend for her. And I think that throughout the movie, she has this journey, this through line to her about mothering and parenting and trying to get closer to your loved ones. And I think that was just really good what they did with it. Another thing to talk about here is that this movie is actually really funny. It's not just a horror movie, it is a horror comedy that has its laughs pretty effectively, if you would ask me. There were some moments, scenes that had my audience bursting out with laughter watching this film, and it's just a really funny movie that makes it an easy to turn on horror film. So in general, to me, this movie was entertaining from start to finish. It had some great laughs, some nice little kills, and when you combine the two along with James Wan's skill and a bunch of AI movies, I think that your movie works. From there, I do have a couple of problems, so let's move on to the bad. And I really only have two big problems with this movie. The first one here is going to be that all of the kills in this film are sort of spoiled by what they teased out in the trailers. If you watch the trailers for this movie, every time this robot M3GAN kills somebody, I think you could see that coming because you saw that in the trailer. All the kills in here are in the trailer, and I think that's really frustrating what they did with it, because I want to see something that wasn't teased in the trailer very much. Second problem here, I don't think it fully 100% balanced out the comedy and the horror together. The movie has some great laughs and some nice kills, but I don't think it merges them together. And so we'll cut to M3GAN singing a lullaby to a little girl, or a song to a little girl. It'll go from that, and in the very next scene, she kills somebody. And so while it has goofy advertisements, goofy TikTok dances in the middle of it even, and and even parts where M3GAN sings, the movie also has F-bombs, kills, it has just stuff that and it has also some fights. It has just a lot of stuff that I don't think the two mix together, because it will cut from one to the other so abruptly. But in general, those are just some little minor details. I really enjoyed this movie. A solid B-movie horror, and so my final score on this one, I'll give it a B+. And if you're a horror fan, and you saw the trailers and you said, oh, this is not going to be really good, you might actually like it a little more. And if you're just a legitimate horror man, you're probably not going to like it. But if you are like these light horror films that are not as scary as the mainstream stuff, check out this one. I think you are going to like it. There you have it. That's what I thought of M3GAN. Down below in the comment section, share what you thought of M3GAN over on my channel. I have more content like this. Check those out when this video is over. Click that like button. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you for sticking around so much to the end. And I'll see you in the next one.